Yo, what is good, Knicks Nation? Welcome back to Knicks Media. This is Richie, and in this video, I want to give you guys my thoughts to the Knicks' loss to the Milwaukee Bucks tonight on Friday Night Knicks. The Knicks lose to the Milwaukee Bucks 119-108, and it was tough to stop Giannis Antetokounmpo, and that Milwaukee Bucks team is a championship caliber team. Even though they're without Chris Middleton, they're just a wrecking horse, and the Knicks simply just cannot get the job done. They fought back in the fourth quarter. You thought it could be a game. We were playing excellent defense in that last 5 minutes, but the offense cannot come out there for the victory for the Knicks. The biggest thing, in my opinion, for this game was a difference from the first 4 games is our starters was not there. Jalen Brunson had his worst game. Julius Randle couldn't really get going. RJ Barrett got hot in the third quarter, but the bench unit did their thing. But overall, the Milwaukee Bucks defense just clamped up the Knicks. They really made sure they blitzed and shut down Jalen Brunson. And when Brunson got shut down, you see that this Knicks offense doesn't know where to go if Brunson's not able to run the show. Someone else needed to step up to do that, but that was unable to happen against the Milwaukee Bucks. So in this video, I want to give you guys my thoughts of this game. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Got a lot of Knicks content coming your way all throughout the rest of the season. And if you enjoy this video, please consider hitting that thumbs up button. It really does help out the channel a ton. And most importantly, guys, please comment down below your thoughts of this game, your biggest takeaways, what players impress you the most, what do you think needs to get fixed for this Knicks team as a whole, so when we do go up against these top dogs in the Eastern Conference, what type of adjustments do we need to make? So I'd love to hear what you guys have to say down below in the comment section. So let's get right into this video. So the key Knicks that I have in today's game was RJ Barrett, Emmanuel Quickley, and Derrick Rose. You can also throw Obi Toppin in that conversation. He's been money from downtown, by the way. Obi Toppin looks like a completely different player from beyond the arc. But before we get into the key players, the negatives, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, was Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle and Mitchell Robinson also getting into foul trouble against Giannis. We had no answer for him. He had 30 points. I mean, it's so hard to defend Giannis when they call a foul whenever he just bulldozes his way in the paint. It's like, how do you defend Giannis if he just takes 2 long strides and just goes up there on you? It's crazy. I don't know how you can defend Giannis, and the Knicks did as best as a job that they possibly could, I guess. But the biggest disappointment tonight was not really defense, because I think the Knicks defense really held their ground when we needed to the most in the crunch, but the offense is what really disappointed this team tonight. We saw what it's like to have a point guard for the first time in a while with Jalen Brunson running the show the past couple of games. Where the Milwaukee Bucks, their game plan was to shut down Brunson and take the ball out of his hands. They're blitzing him, double teaming him, forcing Jalen Brunson to pass the ball, and then when he did pass the ball, there's no fluidity to the offense. It was kind of like, all right, we don't have a point guard anymore if Jalen Brunson's getting all the focus. So it took a while for this offense to really get clicking. In the third quarter, RJ Barrett kind of stepped up and really was a reason why we had some type of spark, because the Knicks were down by 24 at some point before they made it an 11-point game in the fourth quarter. So shout out to RJ Barrett, because he's not having the best start to his season. He's having a very typical start to his NBA season, actually. If you remember what RJ did his rookie season, year 2 and year 3, he shoots the ball very poorly from downtown to start off the year, but I've learned to not get concerned about it. It's disappointing that it's taken this long, but I do think RJ Barrett's shot's going to be fine from beyond the arc. But RJ did lead the way with 20 points, with 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 7 of 17 from the field, and 5 of 8 from the free throw line. It's another thing I've noticed from RJ Barrett. His free throw shooting is definitely improving, which is a very good sign, because that needs to be okay. And RJ Barrett's been doing his thing defensively, but when it comes to his efficiency at the rim, that's something we need to see work on, because when it comes to RJ Barrett's shot selection as well, I feel like that's another thing he needs to make sure that when you put up those tough, difficult floaters in the paint, you got to hit him at a high clip, and simply he's not been doing that so far this season. But the 2 disappointing players, and I keep coming back to them, was the 2 players that's been leading the Knicks to a 3-1 record before this game, and that's Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson. Julius Randle had 14 points, 12 boards, of a 3 of 10 from the field, and Jalen Brunson shot 3 of 10 from the field as well. So when those 2 players are not playing well, and RJ has to be the only starter to really impact this game, and then the bench is the only players that really had any type of impact and had a plus-minus of a +11 from Emmanuel Quickley, by the way, you're going to lose to the Milwaukee Bucks. I mean, the Bucks are way too good of a team to not be able to play at your top caliber. But to be honest, man, to be on the road, and I don't want to sound like I'm saying this is a moral victory. It's not at all. But it does tell you a lot about this team, that they're able to really fight their way back. And we saw this against the Memphis Grizzlies as well on the opener, on the road against one of the top Western Conference teams in the NBA. We're losing by 19 points in the third quarter. The Knicks fight their way back. They force overtime. They eventually lose in overtime. This game, they were not really able to cut it to 5 or anything, or not even overtime, obviously. But you saw that the Milwaukee Bucks had to sub in all their starters with 3 minutes to go because they feel the defensive tenacity from this Knicks squad late in games. And that's really going to help out this squad throughout the rest of the season. If they can really tight up their defense like they did tonight throughout the rest of the season with 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, we're going to win some ball games this year. It's just really up to the offense because, unfortunately, as good as our defense was in that stretch, the offense couldn't get going, man. We were not able to hit the big shots tonight, and that's really what it comes down to. You saw the Knicks hit the big shots against the Charlotte Hornets. Jalen Brunson hitting a 3 down by 5. The playmaking, the shots were falling in the big moments against the Charlotte Hornets, but in this game, they were not falling. When we needed the shots, they were going in and out. We're not be able to crash the boards as much as you'd like to. And just also felt like the Milwaukee Bucks had way more size on us, right? Because we had a center guarding Giannis, and then our 4, which was Randall or Obi, was guarding Brook Lopez down low. So Giannis would shoot, and we have our big men on him on the perimeter, and then who would miss the shot, and then Brook Lopez, we had the offensive board over our power forward, and it was just like really frustrating to watch, to be honest. But to be honest, man, this is a really big test for the Knicks in this next couple of games because the opponents are a lot better than to start off the year, right? We had a hard opponent against Memphis. 3 games at home we're supposed to win. We won all 3 of them, which is great. And then we go on the road against the best team in the league right now, undefeated Milwaukee Bucks. We lose in a tight matchup, and now we got a couple more games coming up. That's going to be a big-time test for this Knicks squad. So my biggest takeaways from this game, man, is we have to figure out a way to find another option on offense if Jalen Brunson's going to get all the focus defensively. And that's what the biggest issue was tonight. Is Julius Randle going to be able to take over the offense and run the show? Is R.J. Barrett going to be that guy? I prefer R.J. to take the ball when Brunson's getting double-teamed and blitz and run the show. We saw him do it last year. I know that some Knicks fans are probably getting concerned and are scratching their head about R.J. Barrett. We gave him a long-term contract. He's in year 4. We can't really baby him anymore. I understand that he needs to play better, but I still have confidence in him to continue to get out of this rut. This is not something I'm expecting to be a problem all season long. The one thing I've learned about R.J. Barrett is the more he plays, the more he shoots threes, the more he misses, the more he's going to make in the future. That might sound crazy, but if you watch this team throughout R.J. Barrett's career with the Knicks, that's exactly what's been happening, and I'm expecting R.J. in the next couple of games, next couple of weeks, get better and better and start carrying this team because as good as Jalen Brunson has been for this Knicks squad, the biggest thing is when he is the focal point and his shot's not falling, somebody else needs to step up because we're not a one-dimensional team. We got weapons all over the squad. We have Randall. We have RJ. We have hitters off the bench. And you got to give credit to Emmanuel Quickly, man, because D Rose, those are the 2 other key players I have. Quickly had 14 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 5 of 10 from the field, 3 steals. His energy was infectious off the bench. Same with D Rose, 12 points in only 14 minutes. 4 assists, 4 rebounds. Obi Toppin, 11 points, 4 of 10 from the field, 3 of 5 from downtown. So the bench unit was really good. And I also have to give a quick shout out to a player that's been awesome this season, Isaiah Hartenstein. Those floaters he flicks up in the paint are money. He plays with a lot of heart. He is tough. I mean, he was getting hit, elbowed in the mouth, like Giannis was running him over. He tweaks his neck. He just bruises all over him. He's a rough rider. He just really embodies what a New York Knicks is supposed to be. And I tip my cap to Isaiah Hartenstein. I think he's going to be a great pickup for this Knicks squad this year. So that's really my thoughts of this game, guys. Please feel free to comment down below your thoughts. Love to hear what you guys have to say. Hit the thumbs up button if you're not already. Really does help out the channel a ton. And I'll catch you guys in my next video. Let's go Knicks. And I'll catch you guys on Sunday. Let's go. Peace out.